good morning, and welcome to a Friday episode of Strictly Business. My name is Rich Wallace, and I am your host for the morning. Yes, you will have 1 hour of me, and I'll have 1 hour of you, and I appreciate you being here this morning. It is Friday, March 15th. We are looking at, I think it's some kind of day, St. Patrick's Day, somebody's day. Your day is what it is. One of the things that we want to review this morning is we want to talk about the transition from being a full-time employee, making a really good, comfortable salary, getting paid every other Friday with no problem, making 60, maybe even $80,000 a year, and you traded that in for entrepreneurship. Whoa. You stopped getting that money on a regular basis. The biggest thing in the transition from a full-time job to a full-time job, because the job you have now is not a full-time job because you got weekends off. As an entrepreneur, you do not have weekends off. Let's make that clear right away. One of the things that you must understand is that there's always something to do to keep your job and to keep your progress moving along. It is a wonderful thing being an entrepreneur, but it is a horrible thing being an entrepreneur because one of the first things that you face as an entrepreneur is fear. You have the fear of not getting that check on Friday. How do you transition from being an entrepreneur, a person that receives a check every other week, an employee, for a person that receives a check every other week, to an entrepreneur that gets a check when he gets a check? Well, you have to be able to determine that. You have to turn that fear of, I'm not going to be able to pay my mortgage, my car note is due. What am I going to do to transition into getting a regular check from my entrepreneurship? How do I get paid? Because when you first start, it's put out, put out, put out, put out, put out. You got to buy paper, you got to buy this. Oh, in the office, you just go over there to the supply department and get all the paper you need, print the stuff you need to do, and move forward. But when you become an entrepreneur, you don't have the supply cabinet. You got to now buy paper. All things have changed for you. So the fear must turn into faith. The fear of not being able to have a car payment and not being able to have that check because you had a regular every other Friday payday. Now you do not have that. But what you do have is an everyday payday, and you have to figure that one out. Do not let fear overcome your entrepreneurship. Do not set a date, time. If this don't work by tomorrow, I'm going to go back to work. No, you need to go back to work today, because your work is in your entrepreneurship. Let me ask you, when you were working for someone else, did you determine, when you were working for someone else, did you find out that you had to be able to, were you a good employee? Were you a good person? Did you do everything on that job to make that company the company it is today? Were you the one that said, okay, I'm going to stay in here and I'm going to make this work and I'm going to push these things forward? Then that's an entrepreneurship. You'll take that drive and you'll take it to where you will become a superstar, and then that will make it work. But that fear, you have to change that. You got to turn it into faith. You cannot say, I don't know how I'm gonna make my mortgage this month. You have to be able to understand that, put it in and it'll come out. It's like an ATM machine. ATM machine is not going to give you anything out unless you put something in. So you got to put some skin in the game. You got to put some time in the game. You have to understand this is Friday. Oh, living for the weekend. No, that's not you. That's the guy with the 9 to 5, because he got Friday and Saturday off. You got Friday and Saturday to figure out which way you're going on Monday. How do you be able to determine turn your entrepreneurship into a every Friday paycheck? Because when you switched from that job, the bills didn't change. The electric company still needs that payment. They don't care that you didn't sell anything this week. So your planning and your strategy and your time management is so important as an entrepreneur. You can't allow people to waste your time. You can't allow things to come around to distract you from the goal that you have. And if you're not a multitasker, and you'll determine that right away as an entrepreneur, you have to focus on making things work. You have to set your schedule. This morning, this is the direction that we're going in. This is what I need to do today. And then you have to determine in your mind that how are you going to 7 a.m. in the morning, how are you going to have money at 7 p.m. tonight? With what you do. With what you do, how are you going to turn that into cash by 7 p.m. today? What do you do? Then when you start at 7 a.m., you have to determine. You have to go places. You have to be in front of people. Well, I don't know where to go today. Look, there's calendars all over the place. You can't go necessarily looking for one specific thing. You have to go and be open to hear what's going on around you so you'll know which one to attack. This is like, it's almost like fishing. You put your hook in the water, and what you catch is what you have to deal with. When you go out and you're cold calling and you're an entrepreneur and you're talking to people, you have to listen. Don't always be trying to sell people what you got, because you don't know how great it is to them or how terrible it is to them. So you have to listen to what they're offering, what they say is coming your way. And then you have to grab that keyword. Oh, they said insurance. I had a problem with my agent. Okay. Now you could let them finish that conversation and they'll tell you the whole thing, but then you got to circle back around to that need that you heard, because you heard them say they had a need. You heard them say that I had an insurance problem. You heard them say that I had a children problem. You heard them say that I had a car problem. And then you have to circle back around and say, here's how I can fill that need. Here's what I can do to make it happen for you. And I use the word I a lot, and you should be using the word we. Here's what we can do to make it happen. Here's what we can do to turn things around. Here's what we can do, because it's 7 a.m. and I know I got to make some money by 7 p.m. And don't be afraid of low-hanging fruit. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna deal with this guy, and I'm not really making any money out of him because I'm an entrepreneur, and I gotta make $4,000 a week because that's what I was getting on my job, and I got to do that. And slow your roll, slow your roll. Where's the 4,000 coming from? How well did you do the job that you were on to produce for the company that you were working for? Double that. Double that now that you work for yourself. Double the time, double the effort, double everything. And if you're an entrepreneur working from home and you're not used to working from home, I say to you, get out. Get out of that house. Get out of that room. Put your clothes on. Take your pajama bottoms off. The Zoom meetings are working, but they're not connecting. So you have to connect those Zoom meetings and that time and that effort to be able to move yourself forward. This is strictly business. And if you want to be about your business, then you have to be about your business every minute of the day. There's no downtime for you. There's no, I'm going to take a 2-hour lunch. Yeah, right, maybe. Okay. There's some days that you can get that 2-hour lunch, but you need to go to a place that other people are eating. You don't need to eat in your car, eat your burger, eat your In-N-Out in your car. You need to go to a restaurant, even if you're by yourself. And I know that's kind of weird. Okay, but go to one of the chain restaurants by yourself. Sit down and have a meal. Look across. Listen. Open up your ears for the conversations that are going around you. Take your cards with you, your digital card, your business card. Now, I'm not a big fan of digital cards for entrepreneurs because you get lost in my phone. You have to figure out as an entrepreneur what is working, what works. Yes, I can zap my card to 1,000 people, but do I really need 1,000 people? Can I handle 1,000 people? No, I can handle 5 people, maybe 5. But you must keep 5 people in your pipeline at all times. You must always have 5 prospects. The best time to make a sale is when you make a sale. It is obvious that you need to be able to push yourself into dollars and cents. Because if it don't make sense, it don't make dollars. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. You can switch that around any way you want to do it, but you have to figure that out for you. What is your product today? I mean, I was at a session last night and they were talking about the AI, the artificial this and artificial that, and how fast you can do this and how fast you can do that. Speed is great. Speed is great, but speed is also bad because you need to put something into it. There's an old song, what's her name? Millie Jackson used to sing a song, say, put something down on it. Put something in it. When you put something in it and you begin to, a cake baked from scratch is better than a cake with 2 eggs and a cup of water. But some people can't tell the difference. You can make a fast cake and everyone will enjoy it. But you can put some flour and some sugar and do all of that and stretch your cake out. It is then something that you put time in and people will come, man, that cake was good. Well, y'all made that from scratch. Okay. Young people don't even know what scratch is. They think it's this here. No, it's taking your time and putting effort into it. And when you have your own business, sometimes you got to slow down and take your time because you can move so fast and you walk right by the money. My dad used to say, you step over a dime to pick up a nickel because it looks bigger. No, big ain't always best. Go to networking mixes. Oh, it wasn't enough people there. I had one of my board members tell me, well, we stopped doing them because wasn't enough people showing up. What? How many people do you need? You're only one person away from your next million. That's where you are, one person away from your next million. Speed is great. Speed is effort. Speed is time. But do you know when you put a cup of water in the microwave and you get it hot, it doesn't stay as hot as long as the water that you put in the pot and boil? That's what I'm saying. It takes a couple of extra minutes to boil that water in a pot, but that water is going to stay hot a lot longer than that cup that you stuck in that microwave. Speed is good, but speed is not always great. We're going to take a short commercial break, and I'm going to tell you about this educational program.
Are you ready to change your life? Let us help you. At Youth Build Charter School, you can get a high school diploma and kickstart your dream career in no time. We offer high school diploma programs in construction, CNA, military, college, and entrepreneurship. If you are between the age of 16 and 24 and you want to manage your studies with a job, recover your credits, or graduate early, we can help you achieve your dream. Call us at 1-888-395-4408 or visit youthbuildinlandempire.org.
Youth Build Inland Empire, that's our educational program. Soon to be some trade programs involved in that. So you'll be able to come to Youth Power Community Solutions and pick up a trade or finish your high school diploma with our Youth Build program. Opportunity to get things done and to move things forward. One of the best things about being an entrepreneur, that's where we're at this morning, is talking about how do you transition from a regular paycheck into an entrepreneur. You work, you continue to do things, but you got to think outside of the box. You got to find the need that's there. And the only way you can find what I need is to listen to what I'm saying, because I will tell you, because when you ask me, hey, what do you do? And, there's a lot of minorities. First thing they say, well, I do a few things. I got this and I got that and I got this and I got that. Oh, slow your roll. How about giving me something that I could use? But you don't know what I can use because you didn't ask me. Ask questions. And when you ask questions, ask closing questions. Yes, questions that I can come back to you with whatever I have and close that deal. People say, oh, deals are made on the golf course all the time. You know how long it takes to play golf? That's all day. So if you got all day to go out and play golf, make it pay for yourself. Make sure that one of those people out there on that course that you're talking to can connect you with something that can drive you into a situation that you can be in the driver's seat. The driver's seat thing is almost a thing of the past. I was watching the news this morning. They got driverless cars running around Los Angeles. What the heck? Nobody in the driver's seat? Nobody in the seat directing where we need to go, because now we can push a button, put the address in, and zoom, watch it. and move there. Me personally, I like the old map books. Young people need to be taught how to read a map book, north, south, east, west. But if the little young lady on the GPS doesn't give you directions, you are lost. Do you have a GPS in your business? Do you have someone directing you? Turn left here. Rich, turn right here. Make a U-turn. Redirect. Be able to pivot. Sometimes in your business, you got to pivot. You got to redirect what you're going. I'm going straight down this street. I'm going down E Street, D Street, West Street, Side Street. I am just moving in the direction because I can see the building that I'm going to from here. But how do I get there? How do you walk into the victory and the things that you need to do to make it happen? How to? I can say all day long, move fear away, move it into faith. But I'm here to tell you, fear is not going anywhere. It's going to be there. There's a passage that says, every time I decide to do right, wrong is always present, which means it's always there. But you have to be an overcomer, see it, and be able to walk through it. Tell your entrepreneurs, you can't walk around it. You can't get around that situation. You got to walk through it. And if you walk through it, head held up, looking forward, moving one step at a time. They teach in the military, take a full 30-inch step, 30 inches. So take your 30-inch step, walk proud, hold your head up, and then people will see that, because people see fear in you. You ever been in a sales presentation and you need to make that sale because I need this sale to make my car payment? The people can sense that. And they go, we're going to think about it for a day. And then you go back into your second pitch. Oh, that's great for you to think about it, and you need to do this. And then you start trying to give them reasons why they need to close. When I was outside selling it, people would tell me, well, I need to think about that. And I'd say, okay, go ahead. And I sit back, think, what are you thinking about? Because if you come up with a question, I'm here to answer it for you. Because that's why you want to think about it. You want to close. You can't close the deal. I need to figure it out. So figure it out while I'm here. Make yourself valuable. Come in the door with something. Come in the door with the attitude of lifting people up. Because you don't know what I've had to deal with just to get to my store. You coming in my store telling me that you can do all of these things and you can make the things happen. Do you realize I haven't had a customer Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, and today is Friday, and you coming in here telling me now that you have a way for me to make money? You should have been here Monday. You should have been here earlier, because I'm stuck like a duck. I can't do anything. But you can make that change, because the attitude is how you make it as an entrepreneur. Being positive. The fact that you got up, you should just rejoice. Here, I'm gonna give you a key. You wanna make things work for you. When you rise in the morning and you get ready for your day, and your day is a little confused. Oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do today. I think I'm gonna go by the office and see who's going on. No, put you a couple of uplifting songs on, spiritual, uplifting. Don't put no nasty, crazy stuff on. Put some uplifting music. Play two songs, and play two songs that'll make you dance. I don't want to hear no sorry. No. Play something that's gonna make you feel like you getting out here and getting. Now, don't play three, because you don't have all day. Two songs. Get your dance on, get your groove on. So when you walk out that door, while you are still in the spirit that you have put into yourself to make you move and make you shake. So when you drive around that corner and somebody pull in front of you, you're already in a good spirit. They can't mess up your day, because you're an entrepreneur and it's 7 a.m. and you got to do something by 7 p.m. Yes, you do 12-hour days. Oh, you don't, oh, no. You don't have a job. You don't have a 2-hour lunch. You are the job. You are the person that's moving forward. You are transitioning to an every Friday to an every day. Think about it that way. They didn't pay you till the end of the week. They wanted some production out of you. They needed you to do some things so that they can make some money off of you. That's what you got to do for you. Don't tell me, well, this company wouldn't survive without me. That is crazy. That is so crazy. I had lifted myself up one time with a company I was working for, and I just knew they could not survive without me. That company's still there, and I'm over here doing something totally different because you are what you are, and you have to make you be it. How do you turn your dollar, yourself, into dollars and cents? Make sense, make dollars, make moves, engage, engage. Things don't work until you work them. Multi-level marketing people, great idea. Yes, get your download, but you got to work it every day. You got to be talking to people. You got to go places. Engage yourself. Go, go, go. Oh, Rich, you don't understand. Gas is $5 a gallon, and I'm not going to waste my time going to something, and ain't nobody there going to buy nothing from me. That's what you said? That's what's going to happen. That's what you said. That's what's going to happen. You're going to go there, and you're not going to meet anyone. I don't get it. Every place I go, I meet 5 to 6 people. I don't need to know the 100 people that showed up. I'm looking for 5 people. I'm trying to keep 5 prospects in my pipeline. And every time I make a sale to one, or I get one customer to do what I need to do, I need to replace that customer with a suspect, and then turn that suspect into a prospect. That's what you got to do, because everyone you come into is not your prospect. They're all suspects. And you have to determine whether that suspect can be a prospect to be able to make a sale to what I have. Whether I'm selling clothes, whether I'm selling cars, or whether I'm not selling anything, I'm just here to tell you how to make you better. There are counselors and people in situations that can tell you things, that can say, hey, I can do this, and I can tell you some things that's going to make you so much better, and they're going to change your life and change this. And okay, how you living? Because when they come to you and they say, oh, you can stay at home and you can make $1,000 a day if you stay at home. Okay, let me see your $1,000 from yesterday. Yeah. Let me see how you are doing it, because you can't, I have struggled with car salesmen that ride the bus, for economical reasons or whatever it is. You don't have a car and you're selling cars? How do you know how to drive a car? So you have to be able to get yourself the way you need to be able to do. And entrepreneurship is tough. It's tough. So I'm going to tell you before you walk out of that job, and then we're going to take a short commercial break, and we're going to talk about how to become an entrepreneur and hold on to that job. Sometimes I don't think that's possible, but we're going to make some change.
One of the secrets to exposure for your business lies within supporting Black businesses and entrepreneurs. And that is why the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce is here to connect Black businesses from the desert to the sea. Let's join hands to empower and sustain our community. By becoming a member of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, you can grow your business and increase your clientele. With our innovation, we'll generate new businesses and get new customers. And we'll connect new mindsets with businesses from across Southern California to help bridge the wealth gap. Let's connect, build, and grow together. Join us now at blackchamberofcommerce.org.
Become a member of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce. We can help you get connected from the desert to the sea. And that's pretty much all I'm going to do. I have people tell me, well, what is the chamber going to do for me? Well, I'm just going to introduce you to somebody, because I don't know you. You got to do you. I can't do you. So I have people tell me all the time, say, well, you know what? I don't want to tell anybody this here because it's a secret, and they'll steal it from me, and then they'll be out there. Well, if you're sitting on it, and if you've been given an idea and a concept that is going to work, and you're sitting on it, then you're just going to sit there. You have to engage. You have to engage. We talked about fear not leaving you, that it's going to be there as long as you're an entrepreneur. And if you got to do from 7 to 7 every day, now you work from 7 to 7 on Monday, you didn't make any money. What does that mean? On Tuesday, you got to double that. Now you got to work from 7 to 8. You can't go home till something's done. Now, if you planning something, you say Monday, Tuesday, I know this big deal is going to close on Friday. Grab some low-hanging fruit around the way. Get you some lemons that are hanging from the bottom of the tree. Those at the top you will get to. Everybody wants that big sale. Everybody wants that big Procter and Gamble or that Amazon deal or whatever it is. But you got to grab some low-hanging fruit. I had a gentleman tell me the other day, oh, they wanted me to come do this and they were only going to pay me $500 and they was going to take up my whole day. What else did you do? So if you can make $500 a day, every day, because it's about every day. It's not about that day. It's about every day. Consistency is what works. And there's a big difference even in the consistency you get that check. And as an entrepreneur, sometimes you'll take that check that somebody paid you to the bank and it ain't ready yet. What the heck? Oh, no, I've done the work. I need to get paid. That's why you got to have multiple streams of income. Yeah, we haven't talked about that yet. We talked about multitasking, and if you can do it, but multitasking brings multiple streams of income. Yeah, I'm going to get $500 from this guy today, but I'm going to get $200 from this guy today, and I'm going to get $100 from this guy today. Oh, multiple streams of income. Find out the product that you sell. Insurance. If you're an insurance guy, you got to sell calendars. I'm sorry. You got to sell something that people need, because here I'm going to sell you this calendar for $5 and it's got all of your payments date on when you owe your American National Insurance. Oh, okay, that's pretty good. I'll give you $5 for that. You got to package yourself so that you have things around you. If you're selling real estate, then you got to sell furniture. Because guess what they do? Or you got to sell grass, or you got to sell something else. You got to have something else in your bag, or maybe you not selling it, but have a connection. Because connections are better sometimes than sales. Because if you can't multitask, if you can't sell grass, furniture, and light bulbs and all that kind of stuff to go with that house you just sold people, then you should have a connection. You know what? I got a guy that does cleaning. I got a guy that does a pool service. I got a guy that does this, and make connections. That's why you go to other places, because you can't be all to everything to everybody, but you can connect them to those that are professional carpet layers. I'm showing you this house. Well, I think we need to get some new carpet. I got somebody for you that can help you pick out the carpets. And I can connect you and connect them right away. Even though you didn't make the sale, connect them, because they remember the connection that you made. There's a big difference in harboring the fear as opposed to turning that fear into faith. Now, it's one thing you got to understand about faith. There's a big difference between faith and foolishness. Yeah. I'm going to be the number one golfer and I don't practice. That's foolishness. I'm going to be the number one person at this, at AI, or at any other service that I provide, but I'm not practicing it. I'm not pushing it. I'm not mentioning it. I tell the people at the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, where we have 30 board members from the desert to the sea that connect. And I say, how many times did you talk about the Chamber of Commerce today? Today. Because if all 30 of y'all spoke about the Chamber of Commerce in one conversation throughout your day, guess what? It begins to grow. If you talk about the church that you go to on Sunday, once a day, every day, for less than 5 seconds a day, I go over here living this and I do this and I do that. And this is where I go to church at. And this is my pastor's name. And we worship great. Hey, give us a shot. 10 seconds, 30 seconds. Promote. Not just you, what you do around you. Because if you're just promoting you, I look at just you. But if I see you, now you're promoting here and you're promoting there, what they say, oh, you know people. You're connected. You helped me. And I still didn't buy anything from you. And I'm not going to buy anything from you. But what I'm doing, because you helped me, I'm going to send you over here. These people will connect with you. I'm going to tell you about the company that I used to work at before I became an entrepreneur like you, because they could use your product, because I was on the inside. Connect, listen, get the people that are surrounding you to help you without them even knowing they're helping you, because you're helping them. You're letting them understand what you do. That's the strong part about building a pipeline. You must have, and I use the word must, 5 people in your pipeline every day. Every month you got a new 5. If you are a maintenance person and you clean buildings and houses and all of this kind of stuff, and you are really good at it, and you got a certain number of customers, okay, how many customers do you have in your pipeline? Because people will leave you. Oh yeah, you didn't clean the window shutters, or you didn't do this, and you didn't vacuum yesterday. Oh, you know what? You're just too expensive. So I'm gonna look for someone else. Reach into that pipeline and grab another one of those clients and pull them in. Because you got a pipeline. You got 5 people that you know that you prospected. You turn them from suspect to prospect, and now you're going to make them clients. How do you move me from the suspect line when you met me at the multi-level marketing something? You met me over there, and I told you that I was going to do this and I was going to do that. Okay, great. Let me give you a call. How's it going? Were you able to get your downline moving? I know somebody that asked me about soap. They might be able to sell some soap. I don't sell soap, but I can connect you with somebody that might be able to good at selling soap. That's faith. You put your faith out there, it's going to come back to you. You got to remember that whole thing. You got to say to yourself on a regular basis, press down, shaking together, running over. You got to find something that lifts you up. Remember, I told you 2 songs every morning, 2 that you can dance to. That while you're in the shower, when you get out of the shower, those 2, if you got other people sleeping in your house while you don't want to wake them up, put the things in your ears and get you a dance tune that's going to make you move in the morning. So when you hit that door, you still got that, the sounds of, what do they call them? The Sounds of Blackness is a good CD, good people to listen to. Always uplifting music. They don't talk about shake it, baby, baby, baby. They talk about positive things that are going to move you into the direction that you need to be at. Hit those 2 notes, those 2 songs. Don't play 3. You're not there all day long. You ain't there to party. You ain't there to go to church. You are there to get your spirit in the right gesture, and music and dancing does that. You can't dance and be mad, you know. You can't dance angry. So when you're dancing and that joy is floating through you, that fear is being pressed down so that when you come out, you can shake it together and you can move in a direction that you need to move in. Because it's about you. I tell people all the time, I am the most important person in the room, I think. And you should think that. Because when you're the most important person in the room, guess what? You have less fear than everybody else because you've talked to yourself in the shoe. These people need me. I'm the guy that they need. They are lucky to be here. When I get on a plane and people start talking crazy, I say, you don't have to worry about this flight. You're lucky that I'm on this plane because it's going to land safe because I'm in charge. Yeah, I'm in the back. I'm on the last row. I got the cheap seat because I know the cheap seat is a little uncomfortable. And I need to learn how to be comfortable in an uncomfortable situation. Because I know at the end of the day, we're going to land. Pastor friend of mine used to say, I seen the end of this movie. I know how it's going to come out. There is some rough parts in it that make me not be comfortable or make me uncomfortable, but I'm comfortable because I know we're going to land because I'm on here. I'm the one that God is protecting. All of these 265, 70 people on this plane, they are so lucky to have me. They are so lucky to have me here because I just saved their life. Now, when I get off the plane, I saved your life while you picking up your luggage. How you doing? My name's Rich. We just came off this flight together. It was really nice, comfortable flight. It was good, huh? Yeah, it was all right. Yeah. What do you do? I'm looking for my bag. Oh, I do this and I do that. Oh, okay. Well, it's nice to meet you. You have a card on you? Okay. Now, be careful of the card situation. Oh, I got a digital card. Let me zap your phone. Okay. You can't say no, but then you got to know where it is. You've lost your suspect before they became a prospect. and they can never become a client because you don't know where they are. So you have to look for them. And guess what? You can meet people all over the country on your flight to Dallas, to Waco, to Houston, to New York. Yeah, you can connect the dots, and that's what it's about. You got to connect the dots. Any of y'all play Connect Four? You got to connect the dots. Always remember about connecting the dot. Don't think of commission and sales and money and this and that. That is not how you make it, because you got a commission number in your head, and I see it. I was like, shoot, he trying to make some money off of me. I just look like this. That's not really going to happen. I just look like this. Now that whole thing, now you've taken fear from beneath you, where you placed it with those two motivational songs that you were dancing to this morning, and you brought that fear all the way up to here. Let it go. Let it go. Because you've practiced, you've gone to the gym, you've worked out, you've read about this, you know about these type of things. So now that faith done with some foundation is now making things work in a positive way, because you've built the foundation in your work ethics and the things that you needed to do to be an entrepreneur. You set fear aside, because it's not going anywhere. Let me clear your head right now. Fear is going to always be there. There's always going to be a need to suspect that things are not going to go that way today. But if you do any kind of studying, you understand that things happen suddenly. And when they happen suddenly, it's not because you did something. It's because you have done something, but you put the time and the effort in. And you can tell somebody, girl, shoot, man, I walked in there and I talked to those people, and right there on the spot, they bought what I had. That's because, yeah, suddenly they bought it. But look at the foundation you've done. Look at the work that you've put in. Put in the work and the time and the effort. Don't worry about the money. Put the work in, and the money will show up. Remember, dollars and cents and dollars make sense. Make some sense with your time, and it will turn into dollars. Don't worry. If you get up worrying about, oh man, if I don't make no money today, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna have it. No. Don't stop that right now. Change yourself. Transform your mind into a power ball that is just going to explode when you say so. Because when you say so, you are the determining factor that made your day go the way it was supposed to go, because you've built the foundation, you put in the work, you have the faith walking with you, you've pressed down on the fear. So you're not fearful that if I don't sell this to you today, on my way out your door, your neighbor's going to stop me and go, hey, I'll take one of those. You don't know where it's coming from. So look in all directions. Don't be at the airport and your ship is coming in. Be at a place in an environment where you need to know what's going to happen and how things are going to work for you. Put yourself out there. There's a directory with our Chamber of Commerce and on our website called, it's our business directory at blackchamberofcommerce.org. We'll tell you a little bit about that so that you can figure out, put your name in the directory. It's not costing you a dime. Make sure that your name is everywhere it needs to be.
Good news for the Southern California business community. Now you can add your business to the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce Business Directory complimentary. We have been working tirelessly to build a list of Black-owned enterprises in Southern California. This is an excellent way for you to be a part of an expansive network and find your ideal customers, business partners, and vendors. So don't waste time. Visit blackchamberofcommerce.org today and add your business today.
That's about how much time it takes to do that. Go to blackchamberofcommerce.org, put your business in there. I'm going to give you a tip that they didn't tell you. Put your link in there also, so they can go to that directory, see who you are, hit that link and go straight to your website. You don't even have to be a member for that. Our membership is $200 a year. And that's one of the benefits that we offer to everyone. And yet, to my different friends, you don't have to be black to be in there. What you have to be is a person that wants business, a person that is connecting to get to the people that they need to get to. You have transitioned your job, your every 2 weeks, your 2 weeks vacation, your sick days, all of that in because you think you can be an entrepreneur and you can do it better than the people you work for. And you can, but you got to do it because you got to realize when you worked for those people, you had one job. And that one job was making copies or whatever it was doing this, whatever that one job was. But now you're an entrepreneur. Guess what? All of those jobs are yours. So when you talked about the corporate leader didn't know what he was doing, and the maid wasn't cleaning the bathroom good enough, and the person wasn't doing this, and nobody's taking out the trash, guess what? It's you now. And you've got to manage your time to massage and to do all of those things that you need to get done. Stop making excuses. I don't have an excuse for what somebody else didn't do within my organization. They didn't get it done, then I didn't get it done. I had a meeting a few months ago, last month actually, and no one showed up. I had 30 people that should have been at that meeting. Now, well, one person showed up. I'm like, what the heck? My management skills must be off. The value that I've given them, that what they need to be doing, they've devalued it. They don't see the value in what you're doing. And guess what? No one does until you show them, till you let them see how much they really, really need this. Yeah, you could speed up now. You can make a website in 45 seconds or a minute with new products that are out. Is that the website you need? So when you make it, make some adjustments on it. Make it you. Don't make it as this, don't do like, you can do certain things, but if you're making the McDonald's Big Mac and every McDonald's you go to, the Big Mac is the same. And that's why people go. People go in and out, just sells burgers and fries and shakes and drinks. If you can't add chicken strips and things like that to your menu, and because you can't manage them and you don't have enough greaser, or you don't have enough this and you don't have enough that, chill. Do what you do. Grow into that. Grow into the dynamic sales that you can make so that you have the ability. I had to look back, something was going on out there. So that you can be able to be the entrepreneur, the person that drives what you need. So when I pick up the phone, I'm like, okay, how do I get a hold of Rich? How do I find Rich Wallace? That's who I'm looking for because he said he could do this. And I believe him. So when you are out and you are doing certain things for your business, remember that person to say, you know what, I think I need that. Or you're talking to another person that has no intentions of needing anything you got. I don't need this. I don't need that. You don't have nothing I need. So I don't even know we need to be friends. Hold on. Hold on. I do. Let me call my person over here that does that. Let me connect you with somebody that can bring you forward. Let me introduce you to the mayor of this city. Let me bring you up to Caltrans and Metrolink and all of these corporate things that go on. We know those people. We can help you get to those people. But you know what? Everybody knows those people. And I tell people all the time, people say, oh, it's about who you know. It's about who you know. No, 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 no. I don't believe that. I don't believe it's about who you know. I believe it's about who knows you. Are you putting yourself out there so people can know who you are and instantly go, hey, I know this guy. I know who. Are you putting yourself in front of enough people so enough people know you? Don't tell me I have people say, well, I went to that meetup thing over there and I didn't meet up with nobody. Did you go back? Because there's different people there this week. There's always different people because everybody are like you. They try it out for a little bit. I didn't meet anyone there. I had some people that came to a Black Chamber of Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce meeting. They met, two gentlemen. They met. They started doing business together. Neither one of them ever joined the chamber. Never ever joined. They did thousands of dollars of business together, and they met at one of our meetings. I found out about it 5 or 6 months later. I'm like, man, these guys are doing business together and they're patting each other on the back. And I'm like, they didn't even consider where they met at. So when I had an opportunity to talk to him again, I go, how did you know him? He said, I can't remember where I met him at. So, oh, I remember he came to a chamber meeting. I think that's where I met him at. I said, but you didn't join the chamber after meeting him. Well, I met who I needed to meet. We brought each other together. Oh, okay. All right. Did you need to meet somebody else? Is this the one person that's going to connect your dots? You have to continue showing up. Say this again. Showing up is half the job. You have no idea who you're going to run into. I was at 3 meetings yesterday. Neither one of them I wanted to go to. 2 of them was at a church. I said, oh my God. And one of them had church. What? Oh my God. So I'm there to connect and to do business. But I ran into someone, talked to them about what we were doing with one of the projects that we're working on. They say, hey, I think I could get some funding from you for you. Oh, I know this guy for a while. He never talked to me about funding. He's never talked to me. But he talked to me then because I told him what I was doing and what I needed. And he says, hey, I got what you need. So you can't get your needs filled or you can't get your needs met if your mouth is closed. Old people say, closed mouth don't get fed. Slow feet don't eat. You got to be on the move. You got to go to where you can connect, where you can bring things to the table, where people will come and look for you. I can walk into a building of small business people. I don't be, passing out and this is me and I'm great. No. Because I'm not all of that. I'm not all of that to you yet. I can become all of that if you tell me what you need, if you lean into me, and I can then help you move the things that you need forward, or vice versa, because I don't have all the answers. You have the answers that I need, but I don't know where to find you. You are the connection that I need to make things happen in my world, but I don't know how to find you. You're the best kept secret in the closet. I had a gentleman on the other day, and he was telling me he has a travel agency, and his travel business is focused on a certain community that have fear of traveling outside of that. I didn't quite understand it. But after speaking to him and understanding what he did, he planted a seed inside of me. And I talked to 3 other people about that seed that he gave me. And now we're going to create a vehicle for that industry. Wow. And I believe it's a $1 million vehicle that's going to bring funding to a lot of people, going to give people some jobs, going to make people independent. But I talked to one guy that I had not planned to talk to that planted the seed. We fertilized it here, and then we shared it so that it can grow, not without having the fear of you going to take it away. Because I have no fear of that. Because no matter what idea or what process or what thing I give you, if you decide to take it and do your own thing with it, you can't be me. You just can't. I can't be you. I have people that come along and Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce and see what we're doing and go, you know what? I can do this better than them. And they make up the XYZ Black Chamber of Commerce and move on. I bless them. Go, do you. Because we can't be everything to everybody. There's a need for you with those people. Now, yes, you left the wrong way, which means you're going to struggle because you didn't get all the information. You need the rest of the information that we have to make you great. And we want to make you great. It's like homeboys say, we want to make America great again. We didn't make America great. We made America great. You didn't have nothing to do with it. So as we begin to make things fantastic and move forward for you and your business, seed back into someone else. What do they say? Pay it forward. Look for things that are going to help other people. Stop worrying about how you're going to eat, because you're going to eat. And yeah, we see the homeless on the street. We see people struggling, but we need to create things so that the people are not struggling. We live in an environment where the average house here in Southern California, small house, bad neighborhood, is $500,000. $500,000 to live where they might be shooting up and down the street. Yeah. But you're living, and they're not going to shoot you. They're not. Trust me. You have to be able to place yourself in a position that negative things don't come your way. Remember those two songs? Those two songs in the morning, and guess what? Two songs at the end of your day. At the end of your stressful day that you didn't sell diddly squat. Nothing happened for you that day. And everything was going to be your way. It was planned. The strategy was going to go for you. That's how things happen. And it didn't happen today. But we serve a God that says, suddenly it'll happen. But we also serve a God that goes, not right now. You're not ready for it right now. I have a friend of mine that's an actor, does very, very well, but he's an older actor. And I asked him, I go, man, he said, one of the things that I am blessed for is this did not happen to me when I was younger. I am so blessed that this fruit came to me later in life when I can finally have the joy of having it. Because sometimes suddenly comes and suddenly goes. Whoa, what happened? I had a bunch of money today. I have it the right way. Because suddenly, yeah, things work. Things will work for you because things will possibly work for you in every direction that you put time and effort in. They will work. But how do you maintain? How do you keep that from going suddenly away? Takes time, takes effort. Once again, cup of water in the microwave, suddenly hot. Cup of water in the pot on the stove, stays hot. This is Strictly Business. My name is Rich Wallace. I am so glad that you joined us today. I want to tell you about our celebrity golf tournament that's coming up on Juneteenth, at our Juneteenth celebration at the Rose Bowl Brookside Country Club in the city of Pasadena, California. I know when I say Pasadena, somebody called me the other day and said, was that Pasadena, Texas? I didn't know they had a Pasadena, Texas. So Pasadena, California, June 19th. Go to our website at blackchamberofcommerce.org. Register. If you want to be a vendor at this event, go to Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, register. We're doing our Women's of Dignity lunch the Saturday before Mother's Day in the city of Riverside. We're literally from the desert to the sea, Pasadena, Riverside, and we're having a fashion show in June in Palm Springs. So we are truly from the desert to the sea. We just finished, gentleman Terrence Stone that runs our High Desert chapter, just finished a big business expo in Victorville. I know people in California don't even know where that is. Miss Fong that runs our chapter up in Palmdale. We're in Palmdale. We're in Victorville. We're in Culver City. We're in Long Beach. We are truly from the desert to the sea. It's an opportunity to join the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce. It's only $200 a year, and it will stretch you, because stretching you makes you. If you don't stretch and get yourself going, you will be stiff. That's why they say exercise. When you get a certain age, did you walk today? Walk a lot. Do this, do that. Make some things work for you. This is Rich Wallace. This is an episode of Strictly Business. We're going to take a short chamber break, and we will be right back.
One of the secrets to exposure for your business lies within supporting Black businesses and entrepreneurs. And that is why the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce is here to connect Black businesses from the desert to the sea. Let's join hands to empower and sustain our community. By becoming a member of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, you can grow your business and increase your clientele. With our innovation, we'll generate new businesses and get new customers. And we'll connect new mindsets with businesses from across Southern California to help bridge the wealth gap. Let's connect, build, and grow together. Join us now at blackchamberofcommerce.org.
We're not playing with you. Join us now at Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce.org. We're not playing with you. We want you to be ready. We want you to be a member. We want you to have the things that you need to be able to do to make things work for you. One of the things that's going to be happening here in the future is that we're going to be taking some outside commercials. We have close to 2,300 small businesses, and they can't afford Spectrum. I'm going to be your Spectrum. We're going to get the word out. We've got some people that'll help you make your commercial, help you get things going. We're here to make millionaires. Now, when you get to that millionaire status, look back, reach back and bring somebody along with you, because you didn't get there by yourself. You didn't make it to the top or headed to the top, because there's no top. When you get to the top, you're done, because there's always an opportunity to improve. When you get to the top, it's over. You're in a box, and people are singing, glory to be the Lord over you. You're in a box. So you haven't arrived. But when you get close to arriving and you get to the things that you need to do, you are moving such forward in such a way to be able to make things work. It is going to happen. Oh, I got a master class coming up. It's free. Tune in tomorrow at, I don't know what time, but it's at smartworkshop.com, free AI marketing master class. One of our members are doing a free AI marketing. Can you say that fast one time? Marketing masterclass. Marketing masterclass. You want to change your life? Then let's get into something that's going to help. Let's stretch ourselves and say, okay, it's artificial, but it's free. And it's a master class, and you're a mastermind. Why not take an opportunity? Why not take advantage of an opportunity to move in the direction that you need to move in? I want to see you at our celebrity golf tournament coming up on Juneteenth. That is an opportunity for you to connect with some of the people that are on our show, that come to our show. This is an opportunity for you to not just play golf, because we give out great trophies. We have a great lunch. I've got some live entertainment. Lou from Lou's Production is going to come out. She's going to sing off the wall. So come out and hear this singing song. We got I think there's the bromatics, not the dromatics, but the bromatics, which mean they all bros, and they're going to sing some songs to make you want to dance. And remember, 2 songs in the morning to get you going, and 2 dance music in the evening when you're done. On the way home in the car, play those 2 dance songs to get your mind back to work. So when you walk in the house, whether you have a mate or a dog or a bird, they see that joy when you come in the house, and they're excited about you. For those that have dogs, that dog is so excited about when you get home. He's jumping up and down on you, and the tail is flying all over the place, and they follow you around the house. That's because they can feel the joy, and they're so glad that you came home to be with them. So if you play those 2 songs in the morning, when you get to the office, your office, people are so excited because you walk in the door, you got that joy in your heart, you got that sound moving through you, things are working the way you want to work, and the same thing works when you go home. Put that beat on so that when you walk in the door, hey honey, how you doing? Hey pup, hey bird, whatever, hey turtle, whatever you got at the house will be excited that you came in, that you are now excited about being there. My name is Rich Wallace. You have been on an episode of Strictly Business. It's Friday. It's the weekend. Not for you, But for those that have 9 to 5s, you can hang out on Saturday and Sunday. But for the entrepreneurs, I need you to push this weekend. When I get back with you on Wednesday, I want you to tell me in the chat what happened, how you made money over the weekend, what worked for you. This is Rich Wallace. Thank you for being a part of Strictly Business. Have a wonderful day.